Hey, how you doing? I'm here on Luma AI. It's a new software that allows you to generate prompts and create some amazing video. I'm using it right now to do some movies that I've been working on. I've been doing a couple of things, seeing how Luma AI works and its limitations, what it could do, and pretty much it's really clean video when you do stuff, and you can do different prompts to try to tell it like different camera moves or like ideas you want. It's kind of a hit or miss type thing. It's not like you put a prompt in and it's exactly going to do what you want. There is a lot of warping in the video sometimes because I guess the AI is trying to figure out what to do. But what I thought really works well is like doing images and putting them in and it generates something from your image. I think that gives it a little more control than you can see here. This is like a spaceship flying over a planet, and you can see how it's doing. Camera rolls over the ship, and then you see the planet kind of warping out. But sometimes you have to put a prompt in there saying like camera still. To have the camera still to give you just an establishing shot or what have you. You know, Luma AI has a subscription plan if you want to remove the Luma logo from it and things like that. So it gets kind of pricey after a while. But it's kind of like you gotta keep experimenting. Here's a really interesting one I did. This is a man transforming into a robot from a briefcase. Now I told it to make a briefcase, but it made a box. I don't know what the reason for that, but I told it, listen, take this suitcase and a man is gonna use it to turn into a robot. I guess it tried to figure out what I was doing, and it's kind of like an alien bar. You do this. It looks kind of decent, but I think if I gave it a reference image, I think it'll do it much better. This is without a reference image, it was able to create this. So I think if I give it a reference image and try to spin this, I think it might come out even better. So I'm gonna kind of keep experimenting with this, but it still came out pretty cool though. Kind of look at it. He's kind of like more the briefcase is kind of morphing around him and making him like this robot here. I thought it was pretty cool, like some kind of like nano mechanical technology. And the image looks really clean. It looks like almost a film. So I thought that was pretty nice. Some things when it gets away, you can see like it looks kind of CGI, but in the beginning, the guy at the bar looks pretty real. Look at that. That's pretty clean. So, and then going back, I've been experimenting on different things, like riding a bike. You see this, like I'll show you this. This is him riding a bike, and you see him morphing into some other strange guy here, like the character I created. But the first part looks really good, and then it's just hard to keep um, the reference image for some reason. It just like goes on its own, and then it morphs the bike into something different. Like it's hard, and to change it to something I didn't want. So, but this is something you're gonna run into, which is one of the major problems. Here's another one. It did the same thing. You see the bike going sideways, but yeah, he started to morph to a different guy for some reason, and then it kind of makes up. Well, it's cool though. It makes up what you want it to be. So it's where he's riding over this rocky terrain, and he stops here. Here's another one. He's riding, and the bike morphs into a regular bike. That's weird. And then on this one right here, he does the same thing. He warps into a different guy. This one came out really nice. He came out and like you see him like move around. And he morphs a little bit, and you could cut out that. And here's some shots of the princess I use. You can see how the camera moves in. I didn't tell it to do that. It just moves in, and you can see her like looking, and it looks pretty cool. Like how they did it. Here's another shot of her, but you can see her face morphing out. That was terrible. And so you kind of it seemed like the video doesn't know how the Luma AI doesn't know how to like do with the face, so it just kind of like warps the face a lot and does some weird things with eyes and the facial features or even the face itself. Turns it to CGI. It'll take your photographic image and just like warp it out. Here's another one. She turns slightly, and you see it slightly starting to morph out. So again, it's real easy to use. I'll say like baby riding a cat in the backyard. So, and then, like I said, it takes a while to generate a video. It's not like instant. So I'll try to generate this one for you while I look at other things. But you get a certain amount of like, credits to use, and you'll just hit that and it'll go. I'll show you some more examples of what I did. Here, here's another bike, right? And the bike doesn't even move, so I had to actually tell it to move the wheels. So it looks like kind of weird right there. Here's some shots of the main character in the ship. You see his face warps out. Again, you have to try it over and over again until you find out that shot you might need, because again, he'll start speaking. You'll see him at the end right here, start speaking out of nowhere. So you try to get those shots. And I want to show you this stuff because I don't want to show you, like, I know a lot of people like show you edited stuff that's done, and but I want to show you the real deal in your workflow. So if you're trying to do a feature, a movie, or some real like interesting content, the troubles you're going to be going through. But it's really, I think, out of all the different video AI tools out there right now, this one is one of my favorites, and I have like a couple others that I'll show you that I like when I'm putting together a feature. Because I think this is the future of filmmaking. I think it really is. I think once they figure out how to do the real harsh emotions and making tears, different characters in the scene, and really controlling camera movement, this is going to blow away a lot of things out there. And you can actually edit within the program. I think that's going to be like amazing. So whoever's first to do that is going to be the ones who really just take AI filmmaking to the next level. And let me see. This is another shot here that came. The camera that goes around her. She's sitting in this chair there, and that's pretty cool. I thought that shot was nice. Here's another shot of him. Like the camera like pans in slightly, but again, he started talking out of nowhere. So again, the camera walking, this is cool right here. Like you can actually make them walk down the hallway, which I thought was really interesting. Like I've been trying different things, but you can actually have the character walk towards the camera, because and you don't see his feet because his feet are still. I mean, the feet motion when he's walking toward you, they haven't worked that out yet. But getting a shot like this, it's pretty interesting. You can do that with any image. You could do a mid-journey image of anything, and you can have him in the hallway and say, "Listen, I want him to walk down the hallway," and you'll see this really amazing image right here. This is just another experiment. You see it just freak. I kind of used it in some other things, but you see how it's like freaking out. Like, here's some other shots. This is an interesting shot. Like she's walking through fire. I don't know what I did. I just said, listen, create. I put the image in, and it just created this. But you see how realistic that she turns, like she's walking through fire. Sometimes it does some interesting things with this software. So I've been playing around, like at the close up of the feet. See, he warps out his eyes there. So again, it's a work in progress, but I just want to show you some of the things I did. Like, oh, look at this, a baby and a cat. Like, I said the baby should be riding a cat, but I guess he is kind of messing with this cat here. But that was a minute time to render that. But I guess, you got to play with the description of what you want and how detailed you get it. Like sometimes it does something interesting, sometimes it doesn't. So you just got to play around with it and get what you want. But again, I definitely recommend Luma AI. If you're doing like filmmaking, I think it's amazing. But I would use it with like Mid Journey. Do your image in Mid Journey, and then I'll upload it into here, and then I would just try to render something. using your image in Luma AI and experiment with camera angles and movement, and until you find something that's really interesting for you. See, I've been doing films with film cameras, so to me to do this on the fly and try to experiment to find what I need is pretty easy. But people starting out might find it difficult, but just keep playing with it. I think is a good way, to do filmmaking and trying to get that. But again, to do your characters, you definitely do them in Mid-Journey, and then just input them in here and just try to work what you can with Luma AI and experiment with different prompts. Let me see. Can I upload an image real quick? Upload image. Just click here. All right. So I uploaded 2 images here just to show you this function, and I'm just gonna let it run. This enhanced prompt down here, it's okay. Sometimes I'll test things out. I'll do one with it and one without it, because sometimes with this enhanced prompt, it does some weird stuff. So I would do the same if you're doing something. I would test it out, do some images with it and do images without it with the same prompt and see which one comes out the best. I guess it's supposed to enhance whatever you put in here, the movement, but I don't see it. I don't know what sometimes I'll put a prompt in here and it'll do the total opposite of what I had in there. So I really don't know the deep meaning behind this enhanced prompt. It's just there. But like to me, I am using the software. I would test it out. Like I'll click it, then do one without it and see what happens. So let's test this out. I have one picture of her here, and then I have a little more of a like camera movement in here. Here is different, but let's see what happens with morphs or whatever. So you can get an idea. And I'm not gonna put a prompt in there because I want to see what it does on its own with these 2 images. And again, these are some other things. You know, I'm not telling it's cinematic or anything like that. I'm just saying, listen, and if you don't put stuff, I found out like it does some cartoonish stuff, and like it'll just make some stuff up. But I did cinematic in here in photography, but it gave me kind of a Pixar type thing. So I'm kind of learning like maybe it doesn't use that kind of reference, and you know when you put in your prompt, and there's really no user guide like saying like, oh, okay, you got to do this, you got to do that. These kind of prompts work for this, like Midjourney has. So this is just a work in progress, which is good. I think they're getting out the box faster than what Sora was supposed to do. Like I didn't, I seen video of Sora, but I didn't see anything. And the new runway looks nice, but this one, again, allows you to upload images and use them, not just put prompts in there, which you need when you're doing a feature or even a movie, because you need to keep some kind of consistency with the character. And this hasn't done that yet, so you have to upload an image. But once they do, forget about it. It's gonna look amazing. Again, the running time of Luma AI, the videos are like, not that long, like 4 seconds. You can extend them though to go longer, like 7, 8 seconds. Sometimes you keep extending them longer and longer using your credits, and hopefully it retains the reference image. But it's kind of again, it's kind of a test to see if it works or doesn't work. Like here's one right here again. This was type of I extended like 3 times to get this whole movement here. But I didn't say, hey, the robot jumps over the bar or nothing like that. It kind of did its own thing, but it still looks cool. I could still use this for something if I wanted to. It's pretty amazing. But I could use this as kind of a test, because if I do it like a reference image, maybe it'll do it better, and play around with it. But again, it's not. Again, it's no user manual to this. It's kind of like I don't know, like just playing around with it until you get what you want. Here's the shot. So you see, it just morphs her into that shot. So and you see it goes like little Pixar there, and then it gets this. So you gotta experiment with it and play around with it. Would I use this? No, but I can see what it does. If I want to do some kind of like weird dream sequence, or maybe, I think it would be better if I had like a night scene to a day scene. Maybe I'll do it using like somebody morphing into like a monster or something. I'll play around with that, but it's not perfect. So this is Luma AI. I definitely recommend it to everybody that wants to get into AI filmmaking. They have a free one you could try with this whole thing. But again, suggest using a subscription plan. I have a subscription, and it's pricey, but it's worth it. I think there's no limitations with the pay subscription, but they have such a high demand on this that they kind of limit people that don't have a subscription. So, but I don't have that limitation, so I can like do as many images as I want as long as I have credits here. And so try again, try it for yourself. Again, this is the Dream Machine. Again, you see some people did some really cool stuff here with images. I don't know if these are reference images or they just like just do this in here, but see the walking of the pigs toward the camera. It does that so well. And then you have the pig here, the guy looking off the center. So these are the shots you use. So you can get creative with this, you know, well, depending on what kind of like, and these I don't know if these are mid journey again. I don't know if these are mid journey images that were put in here or they were just prompts that, they really don't say. They give the names to like people who did this stuff, like some of the creators. But it looks pretty cool. Like you see, some of this stuff you couldn't tell this was like shot with a camera. Like some of these shots like this and this, you can tell. Like show somebody that was into filmmaking, and these shots are amazing. Like the CGI shots. But again, they still gotta perfect how you put together a scene and how you do the camera movement and a lot of things. But once they do that, forget about it. I think Dream Machine is definitely going to be a huge player again in AI filmmaking because I'm using it myself so far to do. I just started part one of Starbound, and I'm doing part two right now, and then I'm just keep continuing, and I'm distributing on different platforms. Beside my own channel. So, and I think filmmakers can be able to produce a lot of good stuff and make money off of this. So look, if you like this video, don't forget to hit that notification bell for upcoming videos and also subscribe to my channel and take care.